everyone, Aman here for Mr. Phone, and you just watched the unboxing of the Xiaomi 11T Pro in this beautiful celestial magic color. So let's go ahead and take our first look at the phone, and let me tell you about the key highlights on offer. But before that, consider hitting that red subscribe button for awesome tech videos, and also turn on the bell so that you don't miss any of our latest updates. Let's get started. The Xiaomi 11T Pro is a stunning smartphone and there are no second thoughts about it. However, it's not just the looks but also the build quality that's top notch on this thing. At the front, you get a pre-applied screen protector that I peeled off, but that's not an issue because the front itself is protected by Corning's Gorilla Glass Victus, something that you don't see very often on phones around in this budget. The frame is polycarbonate, but it comes with a nice matte coating, and honestly, it looks like metal, it feels solid, and on the plus side, it doesn't make the device heavy. Coming to the rear, Xiaomi has again used glass with a smooth anti-glare finish. However, the company did not specify the protection. Moving on to the front, you get a flat 120Hz 6.67-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display. This is a 10-bit panel and is loaded to the brim with features such as HDR10+, MEMC, 1000 nits peak brightness, and so much more. The bezels are also slim, the chin is slightly thick, and the hole punch is surprisingly bigger than the one on the more affordable Xiaomi 11i. Now, Xiaomi says that the display on the 11T Pro is rated A+ from DisplayMate across various categories, and if we consider its specs, or even if we look beyond the specs, I think the panel is drop-dead gorgeous to look at. Onto the sides are the volume buttons along with the power button that doubles up as a fingerprint reader. The haptics on this phone are also fine. I mean, they don't rattle thankfully when engaging with the touchscreen, but I wish they were a little more precise and strong, if you know what I mean. At the bottom, we see a USB Type-C port, a microphone, dual SIM slots, no expandable storage, and one of the two speakers. At the top is where you find the second speaker, then there's a second microphone as well, and an IR blaster. So the speakers on the Xiaomi 11T Pro are tuned by Harman Kardon. You also get Dolby Atmos support, and the end result is that the sound output on this phone is simply amazing. I mean, these are one of the best sounding, one of the clearest speakers that I have seen on a smartphone, and it definitely enhances the overall multimedia experience. The Xiaomi 11T Pro is powered by the tried and tested Snapdragon 888 processor. You get up to 12GB RAM and up to 256GB storage. This is the 12 plus 256GB variant that I have with me. Here are some benchmarks on your screens right now. Those interested can pause. Moving on, for the software, there's MIUI 12.5.2 atop Android 11, and I really wish it was Android 12, but never mind, that's also in the pipeline. The good thing is that this phone will get 3 guaranteed Android OS updates and 4 years of security updates. First, it was Samsung, and now it is good to see that Xiaomi is also committing to delivering longer software support for their smartphones, so that is good. And now coming to one of the key highlights of the smartphone, I'm talking about the 120-watt HyperCharge tech. So this phone comes with a dual cell 5000 mAh battery, and with the supplied 120-watt charger, this phone can charge from 0 to 100% in a mere 17 minutes, which is totally mind-blowing. Connectivity options include support for 13 5G bands, Bluetooth 5.2, Wi-Fi 6, and NFC. Onto the camera, you get 3 lenses at the back, a 108MP prime camera, an 8MP ultra-wide-angle camera, and a 5MP tele-macro camera. For selfies and video calls, there's a 16MP snapper situated in a center-aligned hole punch. In terms of standout features, the rear camera comes with your usual Pro mode, portrait mode, and night mode. In addition to this, there's also a long exposure mode, which, as the name suggests, lets you take long exposure shots, and you get 6 different effects here. There's also documents mode, a 108MP mode, and much more. For video recording, the phone can shoot up to 8K 30fps clips. There's also a steady video mode that can only shoot videos at up to 1080p 30fps, and you can also use the tele macro camera to shoot close-up videos at up to 1080p 30 fps. Now, to know more about this phone's day-to-day performance, software performance, battery life, camera performance and all of that, stay tuned for my full review. Of course, if you have any questions regarding the 11T Pro, or if you want me to compare this phone with any other device, or you just have any other thoughts about the smartphone, then definitely let me know in the comments below. As always, for all the latest in tech, stay tuned to Mr. Phone. I'll catch you all in the very next one. Thank you for watching.